Oh, Minecraft, what a brilliant game. So brilliant, mind you, that we mentioned it in this, and this episode of our podcast. That's every episode of our podcast. By the way, check out our podcast. So, here's how Minecraft has the possibility to become the perfect game. Now, what is Minecraft? I'm not gonna explain Minecraft. It's fucking Minecraft. But what do I mean with the perfect game? I mean, it's the best possible experience for all types of players. Okay, how do we check this? Oh wow, look at this! This is Bartle's Taxonomy. Bartle sounds like an unholy mashup between Bart and a turtle. This chart is a chart that shows all the type of players there are. Let's check them out. Explorers. These are the people that like to discover the world, the content, and sometimes the mechanics of a game. If you know Minecraft, it's already got this down pretty good. Socializers. These are the type of people that like to play and talk with friends and new people online. It's interacting with other players that satisfies these players' needs. Achievers. People that are all about finishing the game. 100% runs. Achievement hunters. I mean, it's kind of in the name. And then there's killers. These are the PvP people. Their joy and happiness exists only when hurting others and destroying the progress the players made for their own sick enjoyment. Okay, so what does Minecraft have for these players? And what can it do even better? Let's look at killers first. Minecraft's combat used to be very easy. All it was... It was like a boring ass cookie clicker. And that ain't swell. But then came... This update added better shields and better fighting. Woo! This was pretty cool and all, and it did make the combat better. However, it still left a lot to be desired. So, let's shoot some herring straight into the veins of Minecraft's combat system and yeet it to the next level. Let's go. First, more fighting options. Right now, you have normal attack and stronger but slower attack. Now this is fine, but we need more. I'm talking spears, warhammers, slingshots. Hell, you can maybe even do something like magical attacks. Anything like that. Next, elaborate on the shields and armor stuff. Make strength and weaknesses. Maybe shields are great against range, but they suck at axes. The structure of diamond shows us that it's actually pretty weak. Now let's not overthrow the whole Minecraft hierarchy here, but maybe durability of diamond armor could go drastically down when fighting against spears or something like that. Even if it's some easy ass rock, paper, scissors thing, it doesn't matter. Pokemon showed us we eat that shit up anyway. Change the possibility of attacks. It doesn't take much, but if you give us a light and a heavy attack, that will make all the difference. This would already give us different approaches for combat. And you can implement it very easily, just like click for a light attack and hold it for a second or something for heavy attacks. Boom. Now you have weapons that are diverse and attacking that are diverse. Now the last thing you need is diverse movement. Give us some type of dodge or a roll or something. Make it so that escaping a fight is as fun as fighting a fight, you know? Make it feel fucking good to run away. You can even give the dodge a slight cooldown, like 5 seconds that you can't sprint after a dodge. So now, you can force your enemy into a dodge, then grab your bow and just start wailing on them when they have 5 seconds they can't run away. You just laid a tactical trap in Minecraft combat. That's so cool! Ugh! Minecraft combat at the moment is just who can get enough effect rolling that he can tank the most hits while wailing on the other player. But with these revamps, no two combat encounters will be the same, as you have different weapons, different playstyles, and a lot of options to evade and control the space between you and your opponent, thus controlling the flow of battle. Now I hear you guys at Mojang are brewing up a new combat update, so take notes. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but what about the other 3 types of players? Let's take a look at Achievers next. Now, I believe Minecraft is doing pretty good with Achievers. Each new update brings new challenges and achievements. That's pretty good. But we can do better. Mind you, we're making a perfect game, not just a great game. Now, I can think of 3 points that could make the game better for Achievers. First, improve the temples. Right now, temples range from, kinda nice, to, that's a cool base location, to absolute trash. Like, when was the last time You are actively looking for a jungle temple because of its loot. Exactly. Now, one structure is the exception, and I'll explain why. Actually, the mansion's pretty cool too, and of course water temples, but I'll get there, shush. Shipwrecks are the only thing achievers will look for.
But why, teacher?
Shut your mouth and sit down! Let me explain. On shipwrecks, you can find maps to hidden treasures. In these hidden treasures, you can sometimes find the heart of the sea. And with the heart of the sea, you can make conduits! And conduits are just pretty epic things to have. This type of roadmap of things to achieve is integral to the achiever experience. We need more. Give us more! Give us a reason to go to temples and loot them. Give them stuff we want to collect so we can do some cool, maybe temple biome specific stuff with them. But Arthur, the temples are there to facilitate exploration and make it fun and exciting to explore the world. No! What kind of weak ass explorer answer is that? We're talking about achievers here. Next, revamp the bosses. Right now, we have the Ender Dragon, the Wither, and the Guardian. Which are pretty cool, but maybe make them a bit more interactive. I'm looking at you, Guardian. The Ender Dragon and the Wither are terrifying and cool bosses. While in my humble and correct opinion, the Guardian leaves a lot to be desired. Like, the main hurdle of the Guardian is that it's underwater. The fight itself is not that hard. That being said, more can also be better in this case. Right now, the End has a boss, the Nether has a boss, and the Overworld has a boss. But the Overworld boss, the Guardian, doesn't feel like an Overworld boss. It feels like the boss of the ocean, right? The Overworld has way more domains with bosses. You can even go overboard and give every biome its own boss. Maybe even use the temples to collect stuff you need to fight the bosses. However, let's keep it kinda limited. So right now, we got a boss in the ocean, but what about the land? Well, Minecraft has already a largely unused giant zombie mob, so why not just revamp that mob a bit to make it a giant or a troll or something and make that the boss for the land? But let's not stop there. We're getting a cave update. This means bigger and cooler caves. Now what does that scream to you? Giant cave spider boss, come on, in a giant like spider nest cave underground, that's awesome. So now we have land, underground and underwater as a boss. That's brilliant, but let's just do one more. Elytra might be the coolest thing that Minecraft has added recently, and there's a lot of useful applications, but there isn't really a drive to collect it outside of it's cool, it's handy, and it's something to collect. How about a boss in the skies? Think about it. You're walking around a mountainous area and you find a giant egg. You probe the egg and out pops a giant rock. That's just like mythological big bird if you don't know what a rock is. And it just starts wailing on you. A battle in the sky with Elytra, with a boss, flying around it and stuff. That's epic! I want that! I want to play that! Now the player has loads of roadmaps to work upon. You want to fight the rock? You're gonna need Elytra. You want Elytra? You're gonna fight the Ender Dragon. You want to fight the Ender Dragon? You're gonna find a stronghold. You want to find a stronghold? Maybe the spider spawns there, the spider boss, as like a guardian. That would be cool. So now you gotta fight the spider. Yeah, fine, you gotta fight spider. And you have a roadmap. Boom. Achievers 101. Roadmaps, baby. Let's go. Now, lastly, I'm gonna add a thing that's a little bit out there, but sure, why not? I think villages are kind of weird. The pillaging update added some more depth to them, but villagers are still not something players really care about. Think about this. What's the difference between a bountiful cave and a village? Answer, nothing. The way the game works now makes you look at villages like resources and not as villages. Why is it cool to find a village? Because you can steal their books, steal their food, and like steal and kidnap some villagers so you can make a villager farm, right? Now, how does this differ from other games? Let's look at The Witcher, for example. Now, in The Witcher, you also loot and steal stuff, and you sometimes kill some people, but you're not inclined to do these brainlessly. You're not just doing them out of, oh, it's a village, I'm gonna do these things. These are a calculated decision. Why? This is because if you walk into a fort and you steal some shit, the Nilfgaard guards... The Nilfgaard guards will whoop your ass, son. If you kill people, the other people will look at you like you're a monster. You don't kill and steal mindlessly because your actions have consequences. This should be the case in Minecraft. So let's add a reputation factor. Each village has a reputation of the player. If your reputation is high, you might get rarer items and better deals when trading with the villagers. If your reputation is low, you might get sucky deals when you trade with villagers. And if it falls under a certain threshold, iron golems might attack you on sight. So how do you earn or lose this reputation? Well, if you kill villagers, steal crops without replanting them, or break down houses, you're gonna lose reputation. However, if you trade with the villagers, create iron golems for the village, or save them from rage, your reputation goes up. This means that you have a reason to care about villages. It also gives you a reason to care about raids other than, I wanna fight a raid. To extend this further, I would also give each village a mayor. This villager can give you small quests like gather X wood or kill X zombies. And if you complete them, he'll give you rewards and your reputation will rise. But the mayor only spawns once for each village. If he's dead, he's dead. He doesn't respawn. This gives you something to protect during a raid. Right now, if you already have a villager farm, raids don't feel like you're protecting a village. It feels like you're fighting a horde in a village setting. If you add a mayor that gives you good rewards and good reputation, but doesn't respawn, you give a player something to protect during a raid. But why would I want that? Because it's cool! It gives you something to protect! It gives the battle more weight, it makes it more intense, oh! Now that our game has awesome combat and lots of goals, we need to revamp its social abilities. Let's talk socializers. I have to say, Minecraft servers and realms work really well. They're beautiful, they're fun to play with, you have lots of minigames, it's great to meet new people and play with friends. However, you still need to facilitate the coordination of meeting people outside of the game. Let's put this in the game itself. Add a way to befriend someone in Minecraft. If you're friends in Minecraft, you can see if someone is online playing Minecraft right now, and if they're playing single player or multiplayer. If they're playing multiplayer, you can see which server they are playing on, so you can join them. This makes it easy to see when your friends are online and what they're playing, so you can join them and have lots of fun. This is actually all it needs, but I might add one or two things. First, let's add a chat option. Let's say you can chat with your friends from inside Minecraft's main menu. This could send notifications, which you can turn on or off, and you can ping your friends like, hey, you want to play Minecraft? From within Minecraft. And they can answer within Minecraft, and then you can play online within Minecraft. This is also just fun for, connecting with friends you only have in Minecraft and you don't have any other contact from. Now you can talk to each other even if you're not online at the same time and not at the same server. Now you can expand on this idea however you seem fit. You can add a button that instantly lets you join a friend's server automatically if they're on a server. Or you can make like a party system. Did this guy just say a party system in Minecraft? What in the world? Hold on, let me explain. This might seem weird, but imagine creating a party in Minecraft. Now, the party leader can join a server and everyone in the party automatically joins that same server. This means you don't have to share around IPs endlessly, you just make a party and the guy with the IP joins the server. Now, I don't know if sharing obscene amounts of IPs around is a general problem or just my problem. Might just be a me problem. Anyway, that's all for socializing, because as I said, Minecraft servers and realms and chats is already really good. Like, it's solid, it's fun. Playing minigames with friends, playing survival with friends, it all just works. Now, on to the final type of player. Explorers. This is a type of player that's already represented the most in Minecraft. Every update brings more in the world to discover and explore. All the things I said about killers and achievers also help the explorers, though they're not directly linked. But the more content you add to the game, the more the explorers have to explore. So, it's a win. So, how do we improve a great game where the main focus is already on exploration? Oh, I think you know. Now, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I'm going to anyway. Minecraft needs procedural generated content! Imagine, every playthrough has new ores to discover, new mobs to fight, and new items to craft. This doesn't have to be very expensive or complex either. You can keep in all the stuff you already have. Then, whenever you make a new world, the game just adds 3 extra ores that are procedurally generated. These ores have properties from a certain table, like smeltable, craftable into armor, craftable into tools, whatever. It also has a tier which determines rarity and strength. Maybe you could even add a weird effect property, where stuff like edible or is fire persistent is, the property. If each playthrough of the game has 3 new ores each time to discover and try out, it will boost the replayability and the explorability of the game enormously. You can even make a feature where you can turn it on or off if you don't want to play with it. Now, do the same for mobs. Make the models of the mobs modular and just have a few options. Each time you enter a new world, generate 3 new mobs with different properties. Needless to say, this idea was heavily based, and I mean heavily based, on a video by JXC called How to Add Infinite Features into Minecraft. However, I think he made 2 mistakes here. 1. Jay banks on the word infinite in his video and title. Now, this gives the wrong message, as infinite generation is near impossible. Impossible right now, at least. What he meant to say, I hope, is procedural generation. More specifically, modular procedural generation. This means each entity is built up of modules. Each module can fit and match with other modules. You now make a list of different options for each module. Now you can randomly choose a module from that list for each module and create an entity with that module. I just said the word module 7 times in 3 sentences. The second mistake I think Jay made is that he took it a little bit too far. Just a little bit. His idea of generating new dimensions with new ores and new mobs and new biomes is really cool, but it's a lot of work and very impractical. It's frankly also not the kind of game Minecraft is. Because this video used a lot of wrong words and ended on an idea that was too far-fetched to implement in Minecraft's current framework. Here I am criticizing a far-fetched Minecraft idea. This caused Mojang to not take the video seriously and instead make an April Fool's video of it. And that's just a shame. However, if you tone it down to like 6 ores and mobs per world and make it optional, you keep it small enough to be possible. So yeah, that's some great exploration stuff. I have one final addition for the explorers though. Explorers are also people that like to explore the lore of a game. Now, Minecraft isn't famous for its deep storylines, but that just makes the lore that we get feel even more special. So how about just adding like 10 or 15 small lines of random lore trivia? Can be riddles, can be like little sentences about the Enderman or creepers and how they came to existence, about the Nether. It doesn't really matter if it makes sense or not, just make us think that it matters. Now you can spawn them in books randomly across villages in the world. This would blow the theorist community's minds. Even if you didn't write a full lore and just wrote down some bullshit sentences, it doesn't matter. People will think there's a deep lore behind it. If you add that, the explorers will be very sated with the Minecraft experience. So, there you have it. Minecraft is now a game that's enjoyable for every type of player. I wonder who that could be. I don't play Minecraft, the graphics suck. So, even if the game is perfect for each type of playing style, there's still player preferences that we haven't accounted for. So, let's fix 2 of the main complaints I know about Minecraft. Okay, let's be serious for a second. Have you seen Minecraft ray tracing? It looks fucking beautiful! Ah, my eyes! Look at this! Mwah! It's fucking Mona Lisa 2.0 here! Da Vinci? Minecraft is already working on ray tracing support. But if they also added a high definition, highly realistic texture pack as a standard texture pack, people would just pop on ray tracing and pop on the texture pack and hey presto! Problem solved. If Mojang even integrated some shader options built into Minecraft, they'd gone that extra mile. No one would have the right to complain about Minecraft graphics if they look like this. Finally, a complaint that often pops up when talking about Minecraft is that survival mode isn't survival mode. In other words, the game is too easy. Well, if you implemented the combat system I described, you'd be able to make mobs a little bit more challenging by adding strength and weaknesses and whatnot. But what else could we do? Well, you could split up current survival mode into like collection mode, which is now, and survival mode, which would have like temperature regulation and hydration systems and longer nights with more harder mobs to make it feel extra hard. I think that would bump up the difficulty significantly. So now that we have built the perfect game, how would the roadmap look like? We'll of course have the 1.17 cave update with the immense caves and overhauling spelunking as it was. As already hinted at, 1.18 will be the second combat update, where they'll add new weapons and dodging. They'll also announce some new bosses in the overworld. 1.19 will be the social update, where the biggest thing is of course the friends option. But they'll also roll out a reputation system for the villagers, just to keep that content growing and growing. The final update, and let's face it, it would be around time, will be Minecraft version 2.0. This is the update where they add procedurally generated ores and mobs. They also add a lot of content fitting for the 3 previous updates. And so Minecraft 2.0 will begin its new life as the perfect video game. Or they can finally roll out that modding API, please Mojang, please!